Next couple one we're going to is irrigation and water quality. The selection of the irrigation system is very important. You must select the appropriate irrigation system to suit your crop system. Irrigation system to be well designed and suited to that crop production needs. Right? Application method, depending on what you decide, which irrigation system you select, would result in either direct water contact with produce, as in such as overhead sprinkler system, or indirect water contact where if you're using drip. The key component you must remember here is water quality, irrigation water quality. We go on to water quality. Good quality water is very important in agricultural practices. We try to reduce the risk of any microbes contamination or produce. So irrigation water source can be a source of pathogens, and steps should be taken to reduce this risk. A good process would be to map out your irrigation system, including your source of water. If you're using a catchment pond, map that out so you can actually see on your map where your source of water is coming from and how your system is set up. Surface water and well water should be tested for any contamination. This should be done throughout the year to ensure that your water quality is still maintained. Water storing containers or tanks should be kept covered to reduce the risk of contamination from birds, animals, or anything wind-blown stuff. And this again should also be tested to ensure you have water quality. When you apply that water to your crops, you want to be inducing no microbes, no microorganisms. So you must ensure that water is good. Even like if you're storing water in tanks, I know sometimes you might have a can in the field, but you might be dipping in that can and then doing our work, wetting the crops and everything. You still have to be ensured that what you're using to put in that can is also clean and not contaminated. You don't want to introduce no contamination sources to that water. Irrigation water sources should be protected from animals and other sources of contamination. In the sense of the surface areas, surface catchments, ponds, if you could actually try to fence off or keep animals out from that, that will help to reduce the risk of contamination. I mean, animals do drink water and they will defecate probably around the same pond area, or depending on the location, if you have animals on the uphill from that same surface and collecting water down below, anything running off from that field could also collect in there. So you must just test your water to ensure water quality. So you always check your irrigation system before planting and growing for any leaks. So before you actually start production, you go over your irrigation system to ensure that there's no cracks, no leaks in the system, make sure it's functioning properly. Because any leaks in the system could be a source of introducing contamination into the water. Irrigation management, water management. Research the needs, the crop needs, the water requirements for that particular crop you're growing. Monitor the soil moisture. So that will dictate when you need to apply your irrigation. You could use the subjective method if you will, where you can actually take soil in your hand and manipulate moisture by the field method. Well, that's a bit subjective, but you could be able to tell and see when there's moisture in there and when it's dry. Or you can utilize soil moisture equipment, where you could actually get direct readings from within the soil and know when you need to apply irrigation. Irrigate to meet the crop needs. We want to irrigate so we supply enough water to meet the crop needs. We don't want to over-irrigate because it can present problems in the field, and we don't want to under-irrigate where we actually deprive the crop. Record and keep documentation of your application volumes. So if you're growing a particular crop, you want to record your irrigation scheduling, how much you apply for those times. Because as you keep records, it can help you to assess your irrigation program. If you need to adjust, if you might need to irrigate, let me say, add an extra rescheduling cycle where you say you irrigate probably twice instead of once. All these things, keeping records, help you to manage that irrigation program, make informed decisions. The efficiency of the irrigation system does affect the amount of water being applied and what the crop will be able to get. So you must evaluate the efficiency of that irrigation system you're applying, you have there. You want to ensure that it's working properly and the crops are getting the required amount of water it's supposed to get. conduct regular maintenance checks of the system and make repairs to leak, again, when needed. This would also influence the irrigation efficiency. And that would dictate if that system is actually meeting the crop needs. So you must do maintenance check of your system and make any repairs. Water storage. Storage of water is very important. You want to store water in clean covered drums to prevent contamination from birds and animals. You want to ensure drums or tanks used for storing water are clean and not contaminated. So you must ensure that you clean your drums before you actually put water in it and make sure you cover those things.